Friends, today I will tell you a thrilling story of Somalia's Jallow bandits. How they detained the whole ship with the crew for 332 days. But before that, let's know what is the current internal situation of Somalia. In 4 years spanning from 2001 to 2003, Somalia experienced its worst drought. As a result, 8 million people are in severe food shortage. That's about half of Somalia's population. Drought has also destroyed livelihoods, especially in agriculture. During the drought in Somalia, more than 35,000 cattle died, equivalent to 1/3 of the country's total livestock. This has led to destruction of livelihoods, forced significant displacement and urban migration. Even if water and land conditions can be restored, it will take 5 to 10 years to restore livestock levels and dependent livelihoods. In the midst of all this, a terrible flood occurred in the year 2023, which has left more than 7 million people dead. In the 1990s, in response to foreign trawlers operating off the Somali coast, Somali piracy began. Somali fishermen, who lacked technology and competitive boats, were forced to defend their fishing expeditions. In addition, civil war broke out in Somalia in 1991, resulting in a lack of government control over territorial waters. Other countries disregarded Somali sovereignty and started fishing in Somalia's territorial waters. This is accompanied by rampant poverty, instability, weak central government, internal conflicts and insurgencies, unemployment, increasing the propensity of Somalia's youth to become pirates. Somali piracy has become a major challenge for global shipping routes and has even become the country's only boom industry. In recent months, Somali pirates have hijacked several ships after a decade-long hiatus. For example, in March 2024, Somali pirates hijacked the MV Abdullah, a Bangladeshi-flagged coal carrier and 23 crew members, in the Indian Ocean. Poor Somalis living by the sea, especially ports like Ayel, Kismayo and Haradar, are now considered pirate havens. Most of the pirates, according to observers, are not ex-fishermen, seeking their fortunes on this route only out of poverty. However, I will tell you the incident that I wanted to tell you about today. For 22-year-old student Prabhav Dayan from India, piracy was a distant reality. He heard about piracy from his colleagues. But he did not even dream that one day he would have to wear them. On the morning of April 11, 2010, a ship named MV Mark Africana was sailing from Seychelles to Zanzibar. Somali pirates hijacked the ship. A nautical science student, Pralab, and his shipmates were held hostage in Somalia for 332 days, only to be released after a ransom was paid. On that morning of April 11th, due to engine trouble, they were just drifting. The maintenance was going on when they heard gunshots. The alarm went off, and the crew started running, shouting that they were under attack, recounts Pralab. A boat with some armed men quickly approached the ship. They were taken to Haradar, Somalia, where they anchored the ship. A group of men came to appraise the ship, cargo and crew, so that they could determine the amount of the ransom. Negotiations with the pirates continued through a translator. Between the pirates and the ship's owning company, all negotiations are handled by translators. That ship called the company and started negotiating for the ransom. Then there was a long, agonizing wait until they were freed again, recounts Pralab. Talking about their life as hostages, Prolav admits that they were all shocked when it happened. Gradually they realized that to get through the ordeal, they needed to be together. Although life in the concentration camp was difficult due to poor food, limited water, electricity, and lack of medical care, their captain encouraged them to remain positive. They shared responsibilities among themselves, such as fetching water and helping with cooking. Prisoners were kept under armed guard. From day one, they studied the behavior of individual crew members, and tried different tactics to divide the crew, whether by using religion, or by promising to pay a ransom if a certain member could provide them with certain information, said Prolv. Discussion due to reduced speed, the hijackers used tactics such as pleading with the ship's company, pressure tactics on the captain and crew lockdowns to get their demands met. Although he says, they were not beaten daily, nor did they face any direct violence, the stress was enormous. In many situations medical help was called for, which was not desirable. For example, their captain suffered 2 strokes while in captivity, their queen died just 4 days before the ransom was paid. After 11 long months of waiting, the ransom negotiations finally ended. On March 8, 2011, about 50 people came on board and said that they would be released today. Prolv added that, as they gathered on deck, they saw a plane drop the ransom money into the sea near the ship, and a small boat was sent to take the money on board. The pirates sit on the ship counting the money, and divide the money among themselves. In November 2011, Prolv attended the Global Maritime Security and Anti-Piracy Conference in India, where he presented a paper on his experience. His observations and conversations with pirates provide a mirror of the social situation in Somalia. He said sometimes we were friends with pirates, and when I asked one of them why he was doing all this, his answer was very simple: for money, all currencies, dollars, pounds, euros, for all of these. Pirate explained to Prolv that when he worked with the Somali government, as a soldier, he only got food and shelter. Khat is a plant widely cultivated and chewed in the region for its stimulant effects. But by working as a pirate he got money, food, bed and cigarettes, and he married 3 wives. The pirate concluded by saying, "Piracy is good mustakil." Mustakbil is a Somali word, meaning for the future. If you liked the video, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe.